injured here. 3v3 faction war, Fall of Hyades, Imperial Guard versus Eldar. Blue team, you have Dark Riku as an Inquisitor, offensive, fights melee to start off, can get range weapons, excels at crowd control and has a little support. Boris alongside is a Commissar Lord, good offense and support, fights melee, starts off with a shield. And Caeltos rounding out blue team as a Lord General, fights range with this retinue to help him out, which you can add to throughout the game. Really good defense and support. Sam 918 kicks off the red team as a Warlock, offensive, melee, good mobility with fleet, can tank and disrupt really well. Alongside Sneakus Peekus as an Eldar Farseer support commander, fights melee, also has fleet, so good mobility there. She can become very energy intensive though. And Wildest rounds out red team as a Warp to the Exarch on this east side, teleporting commander, fights range, good at capping and harassing early on with nasty crowd control and stuff later up. East side is a contested victory point, will be Warp to the Exarch and Lord General up against each other at the start at least. Natural VPs in mid, triple guardsmen for Caeltos, Dark Riku and Boris going for sentinels in the middle. Tier 1 vehicles that can decap points but cannot cap them, fantastic synergy with guardsmen. Guardsmen repair them, sentinels in turn protect guardsmen from nasty melee units and such. Need to buy their ground pound upgrade these days of course in the mod. 496, 500. Commissar Lord going up against the Farseer with his shield up. Dire Avengers trying to chuck a grenade, and there it is, and it's on the sentinel. Boom, look at the damage it does. Throw a couple of grenades on the sentinel and it's in a big trouble. That was Boris's 496, 500. Imperial Guard forcing them off in first engagement mid. And looks like Imperial Guard will win this first engagement as well. Lots and lots of flashlights, I mean las guns for these guardsmen, forcing off the Dire Avengers and now forcing off the Warp to the Exarch surely. Wildest trying to keep him in play as long as possible to get models off these guys. But now this power will be harassed and probably completely taken out. Guardsmen capping up mid, not using the opportunity to try and decap. There are Dire Avengers waiting here. Heavy weapon team on the field for Boris. Setup team that suppresses with a heavy bolter by default. You can change this weapon in tier 2. And 3 guardian weapon teams, for 1 for each player. Start off as shuriken cannons that suppress. Great synergy with the Farseer's guide ability of course. And some buildable cover going up. Sentinel taking tons of damage there. This is Boris's. Can he get it out? Now chased by the Farseer, breaks through a wall and does get away. Ouch. 3 Dire Avengers shooting at you. Really does hurt. An excellent destructor from the Warlock. Took out about 6 models I think. Boris now trying to reposition his heavy weapon team. Also have a multi-las turret here. Commissar Lord trying to get close and tie up that shuriken, but there was a ton of stuff there. Here comes Caeltos though with the assist with these flamers, which can be nasty versus Dire Avengers. Grenades go in, easily dodged by Caeltos. Lord General retreats. Battle of the setup teams in mid. 496, 482, 2 commanders down, the Warlock and the Commissar Lord. And Eldar forced off. Still have this weapon team to deal with. Grenade on the heavy weapon squad, and they are now forced to retreat. Heavy weapon team even. 2-to-1 cap for Imperial Guard. Wildest though capping up the east side now in Caeltos' absence. Taking out this multi-las turret. I think there was one up here as well. It's been scuttled by Caeltos. He'll get half the resources back. Caeltos gonna go straight to tier 2. I think he might, having bought 2 flamers and now trying to hit power. That was an immolate though from the Warlock. Really nasty ability versus clumps of light infantry. Now chasing down these guys. Caeltos might have to retreat them, which he doesn't want to do because it's a long way back, and there's a destructor and now is forced to retreat them. Dark Riku was sending in a sentinel to help out, but it's quite low on health itself. Has the ground pound upgrade and ground pounds on that setup team. But here's another one. And this is dangerous for those sentinels. Boris getting his out the line of sight. But Dark Riku cannot move his past these guardsmen. He needs to move the other way. Guide now on that shuriken, allowing it to keep firing. Look at the range it has with Guide. And Dark Riku unable to get his sentinel out. Boris unable to move his guardsmen. He could retreat them here, but down goes the sentinel from the immolator, I think. Dark Riku shouting at Caeltos. It was actually Boris's infantry, but he has to take some of the blame there. He could have moved the other way as Boris did. 462, 469. Down goes the multi-last turret. And we have 4 Dire Avenger squads here. Sam and Sneakus Peekus. Wildbold, meanwhile, has the east side, has a couple of energy shields up. I imagine we'll see a bunch of them in the middle now that the Imperial Guard has been forced off. Commissar is down. Yeah, he path blocked your scent, Dark Riku, but you could have gone the other way, mate. 444, 469, a 2-to-1 cap for the Eldar. Guardsmen burning down Dire Avengers, scares them off with the grenade, and they retreat. 437, 469, Caeltos, perhaps not knowing whether to push east or support mid. Have not seen her power harass from the Eldar on this side yet. 427, 469. In fact, I haven't seen them hit this one either. We see the node is at half health, so it has been hit by Wildbold. Guardian weapon team backing off. Not sure why. Oh, he sees this. Caeltos trying to be sneaky. Wildbold's Warps or Exarch harassing the crap out of Caeltos' army though, making him think twice and making him turn around. Look at this heavy turret going down. Caeltos loves to use these things. Flamers going on those Dire Avengers, but there is an immolate. Ouch, and they are all forced off. And here is the heavy turret. If you get these things down early in tier 2, they can be really difficult to deal with. They have vehicle armor, and there are no vehicle counters this early, especially if he gets the Executioner upgrade. Taking shots so far, and here it is. Rapid firing plasma cannon makes short work of these Dire Avengers. Now needs to turn it against these guys and does so. And look at the damage when they are bunched up like that. Gonna force off this squad as well. Forces off almost an entire army. Warlock trying to take it down with his immolator, and given enough time, he will do. Flare on the west side by Boris. 397, 469. Sneakus Peekus' Farseer has the singing spear, no doubt wants to get up close with this Chimera when he sees it. 393, 469. There comes an Autarch. You see her entry grenades now stun infantry. They don't do quite as much damage as they did, but it's a nice change for her, I think. Jumping in amongst these guardsmen, such fantastic disruption she gives you, and an AoE passive buff, of course, which might have had its range reduced, I'm not sure. Double Chimeras on the field now. We might see some Fire Dragons to try and deal with these things. Autarch with her Executioner Spear. Really nice power weapon. Look at that, 65 DPS on the sub-commander. I don't think Wildbold will be able to finish that cap, and teleports out. Caeltos now pushing east side again, taking down these pesky energy shields and capping the VP. Wraith Guard on the way for Sneakus Peekus. We see the sniper rifle for the Lord General. Good synergy with these flamers, gives them lasgun range, I think. And of course fantastic synergy with these stormtroopers on the way. Already have their assault kit, which now gives them a fragmentation grenade. There's a really nice grenade from Wildbold. Took out 5 models with a single grenade. These guys have their Exarch. And here are Dark Reapers with their aspect as well. Some serious damage these guys put out. They have plasma weapons as well. So any Ogryns that hit the field will be in serious trouble. And they are hitting the field. Dark Riku has some fully upgraded with their Boned Leader. Really nice melee squad that can disrupt. 328, 453. Dark Riku has interrogators, no doubt, to try and deal with these Guardian weapon teams. Look at the energy shields mid. This is going to be very difficult to break down. They're going to need to flank, I think, around. Here are the Wraith Guard now. Short range artillery unit, good damage versus all targets with an AoE. They also suppress infantry. Vulnerable to melee though, so they need to watch the hell out for these Ogryns. Ogryns will be supported by these Chimeras as well, allowing them to reinforce. And here we go, there's G.U.G Red knocking down Allied Guardsmen first. Now in amongst the Wraith Guard. But run right into a whole lot of range firepower. Shuriken, 2 grenades going in. They get away with that model loss. No, they do lose the model, and there is a Hell Fury strike from the Inquisitor. That's one of her global abilities. And a flare too. Blinding these Dire Avengers and reducing their range, as someone pointed out in the comments. 326, 428, a 2-to-1 for the Eldar. We have double fire dragons on the field for Sam, Meltagun infantry. And I think they start with fleet, which makes them really, really nice range squad. Inquisitor gets away. She now has her mandate. Commissar Lord has his Power Fist as a straight up DPS weapon. Caeltos with the Flak Jacket now. Damage resistance for nearby infantry. Not too bad, is it? Farseer has Spirit Stones. Really, really nice AoE heal. Also revives commanders. And a fully cared out Warps for Exarch. Improved targeters. Enhanced warp jump generator. And his Entangling Web. Entangling Web, no doubt, for Ogryns. 296, 428. This entire blob suppressed, but they are walking through it, supported by this Flak Jacket. But here is an Autarch drop on this blob. Ouch. Caeltos retreats just in time. All of that stuff would have been stunned and would have got owned. Guardian weapon team just about gets away. Lucky to get that thing away there. Kicking off in the middle, kicking off on the west side. Ouch. That Immolator's done really, really well for Sam. Level 3 Warlock. Grenades going in. Dark Riku backing off his guards on though, and the Inquisitor's going in to try and tie stuff up alongside these Ogryns. 288, 428. Commissar Lord goes down in mid, trying to push against all of this stuff. Not even the Ogryns can push. That is a ton of stuff. We need a Manticore, I think. Tier 3 for Caeltos. Here comes Dark Riku now, trying to be sneaky. Might see these Ogryns infiltrated by interrogators. Nope, he's just sending them in. 277, 428. Wraith Guard taking out the heavy weapon team with the Autarch, and Farseer helping out. Wraith Guard can be so devastating to Guardsmen if you can't tie them up. Here is the Inquisitor doing just that. And Eldar forced off. Excellent play from Dark Riku. Can he put pressure on this natural VP now? Ogryns will try and decap it, I think. East side turning red. Completely losing this power are the blue team. And Ogryns are going to decap it. Grenades going to go in, surely. Might be on cooldown. 257, 428. It's now been decapped. And they turn to harass. A lot of stuff here though, including Seer Council from Sneakus Peekus. No doubt called in with the Farseer's global. Ogryns getting absolutely owned. Dark Riku might have forgot about these guys. And Seer Council are really bad news for Ogryns with that serious power melee damage that they have. And a friendly grenade knocking down and hurting those Dire Avengers there. 257, 428. Fire Dragons forced off by these Guardsmen from Caeltos. Have plasma guns and flamers. Trying to hit power here. Here are those Seer Council leaping into combat. Can be purchased by any commander, of course, but the Farseer can get them cheaper via her global. Needs to spend red though. Still a 1-to-1 cap. Eldar have the east side though, so when they take their natural, they will have the advantage. And here is a Manticore. This is from Dark Riku. Fantastically done. Wiping those Dire Avengers. 257, 428. Big ouchies. Where are those Fire Dragons? They are here. Imperial Guard now have mid. Can they hold it though? Using these shields against the Eldar. Dodging this grenade. Those guardsmen get back up. Immolator goes down. 257, 428. Warlock trying to force these guys off with melee. There's a Destructor. Needs to be careful though. Level 4 Warlock. These double Chimeras still going. Have done really well to avoid these Fire Draggers. And now we see a Bright Lance. An upgrade for the heavy weapon team. The Guardian weapon team, sorry. And it gets a new ability in the mod. 242, 428. Heavy turret again here for Caeltos. Stormtroopers with assault kit easily outranging those Dire Avengers, especially with fire on my target support. And Imperial Guard looking okay now, pushing east side. Can they take it? Eldar though massing mid. Look at this. 2 Manticores on the field. These things will be vital. Got to keep them safe and get model losses. And here is a strike on the heavy weapon team, on the Guardian weapon team even, and they back the hell off. And another strike here on the Dire Avengers. I don't think it hit anything. 219, 428. Eldar pushing natural. Ogren's coming in to try and stop them. Ouch, nicely done grenade. That was from Sneakus Peekus. Wraith Guard wary of the Ogryns charging them. Here's a Chimera. This is Boris's. Commissar Lord now has Stubbornness. What a wonderful accessory this is, boosting his health regen and his damage. And this Chimera is taken down. That was Dark Riku's time field for the Farseer now. Armor of the Assyrian. 219, 416. Eldar pushing east with Seer Council. Wonderful grenade by Caeltos thrown in from the Stormtroopers. And Seer Council forced off because of that. Still have this turret to deal with. Wraith Guard will make short work of it though if he get into range. Full retreat from Caeltos, and I don't think this turret is going to last much longer. Ouch, look at the damage to those Dark Creepers though. Down it goes though from the Wraith Guard. And now this power is going to get hit. Eldar have a Fire Prism on the field. This is Sam's. Leman Russ on the way for Caeltos. Both Dark Riku and Boris delaying their tier 3 a lot by getting those Manticores out. Boris could go quite soon though. Is getting some Stormtroopers as well. 208, 398. Mandated Inquisitor trying to chase this Fire Prism with her Inferno Pistol, constantly knocked back though by that spread shot. Infiltrating herself. Trying to get close. 194, 398. Warps the Exarch, being very, very annoying and decapping this wreck point. Warp throw also on this Warlock, as you can see. Eldar now coming mid. This is Sneakus Peekus. Doesn't have a lot here though. Just Dire Avengers and Wraith Guard. Caeltos is now mid. We might see the Imperial Guard push. Red's natural, but there's a lot of stuff here. 174, 398, a 2-to-1 cap for the Eldar. Manticore strike. Boom! Direct hit on the infantry. That was the Dark Creepers. And hit a bunch of other stuff, and another Manticore strike. Ouch. Look at this firefight now. Fire on my target, and we have the Flak Jacket incoming. And a Hell Fury strike. Wonderful engagement for the Imperial Guard, using their ult abilities to full. Here comes an Autarch, stunning this infantry. And a Leman Russ backing these guys up. Chimera is taken down. It's a big loss. I think that was the Fire Prism. 3 versus 2 here. Wild Bolt still on the east side. Look at the amount of infantry the Imperial Guard still have. Ogryns retreating a long way back. Boris also retreated his Commissar Lord. That might have been a sticky retreat. 143, 398. Here comes an Avatar of Cain. This is Sneakus Peekus. Stormtroopers with anti-armor kit. These are Boris, and there's the melter bomb. Warlock forced off. Good pressure here from Imperial Guard, but I don't think they're going to be able to keep it up with the avatar there. Caeltos trying desperately to cap, but can't. They have decapped it though. 143, 398. Another Manticore strike. Big hits on the Fire Prism, almost taking it out. Leman Rush should be able to finish off as he spots it. No, can't quite get into range and doesn't want to risk getting any closer. 143, 398. This Inferno Pistol doing some serious damage to the avatar. Another Manticore strike. They should get one more each, I think. These Manticores are doing awesomely well. Eldar blobbing up quite a lot. Such a long way to go to try and make a strike on the Manticores. Manticores are pushed up quite a lot. The Inquisitor getting very brave, trying to take on the avatar in melee. Didn't end well for her. She's now in retreat. 143, 398. Wild Bold trying to come and hit these Manticores. Has power blades. I thought he was going to come and try and decap. Here we go. Manticores are very, very vulnerable and very slow. They do have support though, and I don't think he's been able to finish this. Nice idea, but is forced off and might go down in retreat, and I think will go down in retreat, and does. Warlock with fusion gun. That's a much better fit, and this Manticore goes down, but to lose the Warlock, was that worth it? Perhaps just about worth it. Manticores are not cheap. 300, 100, 131, 398. Ogren's getting into range of this Guardian weapon team. Warlock's been dropped. Almost wiping those guardsmen. Just the sergeant alive, I think. No, two models alive, and they get away. Unbelievable. 131, 398 still. It's a 1-to-1 cap. East side contested. Fierce fighting over here. This Leman Russ has done really well, and look at this. Has the elite tank crew. Permanent increase of 100 health. And that sight radius buff. Warlock with fusion gun is going to go down. Yes. Big loss for Wild Bold. 131, 398. Fire Prism now on the field for Wild Bold as well. Needs to be very wary of this Leman Russ, which I think has the Vanquisher. Fire Dragons mid. Have these guys leveled? No. Commissar Lord of Boris level 2 now has Bionic Eye. Buffs Inspire Courage. Makes it Inspire Determination, in fact. Great synergy with Ogrins if you have something around to reinforce them, which they don't. 131, 398. Seer Council still on the field with Sneakus Peekus. These guys are level 2. What is the Inquisitor doing? She's trying to take out that Fire Prism with Mandate up, but cannot do it. Should have been supported by this blob, but wasn't. Caeltos takes the east side. It's a 2-to-1 for the Imperial Guard. Can they come back? Can Caeltos even hold this side? Leman Russ is here with Guardsman support. These guys fully upgraded now with a Commissar leader, up to 12 models. Ogrins have done really well wiping Dire Avengers there. Now forced off. 131, 385. Dark Riku and Boris both going tier 3. I personally wouldn't have bothered going tier 3. Would have got another Manticore and another Ogren squad. I mean, Baneblade is going to get hurt by the Farseer, double Fire Dragons and the Avatars. Wild Bold have an Avatar now. Sam also with an Avatar on the way, and this is Sneakus Peekus is of course still around. We're going to have triple Avatars for the Imperial Guard to deal with, and I don't think they're going to be able to. Manticore here escapes an Warlock who goes down again. That's the third Warlock I've seen go down at least. Wild Bold capping east. Sneakus Peekus making a push against this VP. That's Time Field. And Farseer will decap, perhaps even cap. 129, 370, 2-to-1 for Eldar. Can they get a triple? Caeltos pushing again. This energy shield protecting this guardian weapon team from damage. Ouch! Really nice sneaky grenade from Caeltos and his stormtroopers. Wow, look at that. Took out about 6 or 7 models, I think. Manticore strike on that D cannon. Going after the fire prism, in fact, and takes it down. Wonderfully done. 91, 370. Eldar have a triple cap. Imperial Guard need to stop capping, but they can't. Look at the amount of stuff that is mid. Double fire dragons, triple die revengers, wraith guard, commanders, and an avatar. Not to mention the Seer Council. Ogrins. These are Boris's level 1. Dark Rikus are also level 1. Haven't been able to level up these Ogrins. Look at these fire dragons ripping this Leman Russ apart. 52, 370. That was nasty. Almost wiped the thing out. And looks like Eldar are going to take this game. These triple avatars, just really difficult to deal with. Guardsmen in retreat. Might we see a Wailing Doom? Yes. And these poor guys are going to retreat right into it, I think. Boom. Just about avoided it. Manticore level 3 for Dark Riku. A Wailing Doom on the Leman Russ rear armor almost finishes it off. 29, 370. It's going to go down here surely. Chased by Seer Council and their power weapons take it out. Now huge pressure from the Eldar. 2 Imperial Guard commanders down here. Inquisitor and the Commissar Lord. Ogrins trying to make something happen. There is a Basilisk creeping barrage. Now fires slower and Ogrins retreating right into that Wailing Doom. Not sure why they retreated. Baneblade hits the field from Caeltos, and we have one on the way for Dark Riku. I think it's too late though. They need to cap this VP right now. Avatar taking big hits from these melter guns. 2 melter bombs on it as well. This Leman Russ now coming in, needs to be careful. Avatar chasing this Baneblade. Avatars with 5,600 health are very tough. Triple Wailing Dooms here and an Eldritch Storm. Epic ending. 14, 370. And it is a single cap for the Eldar. Desperately trying to cap here. Here's the Commissar Lord, puts his shield up. Baneblade helping it out. And look at this, something ninjaed. It was Ogrins sneaking all the way up here and capping the Eldar's natural. So it's a 1-to-1 cap. It's not over yet. 5, 370. Heavy turret dropped by Caeltos. Avatar here. Can he get away? 300 odd health. Baneblade taking shots at it with its las cannons. Heavy weapon. The heavy turret though is not shooting at it, and it's going to get away. Leman Russ is chasing. East is comfortably red. Blue team haven't even taken a natural back. They are going to, but it's going to be a 2-to-1 for the Eldar because they're taking a natural. Oh, will it? A big rocket run knocks them off the cap. Ouch. Badly placed second run though, but there is the victory with this single. Blue team unable to take their VP in time. If they took their VP in time and pushed, things could have been very different. Should have started capping it way earlier. Excellent game. Lots of carnage. Nice fights on the east side. Big skirmishes in mid. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks to all the players who took part, and I'll see you next time.